In the waterways of western Washington, an invisible threat is unfolding. Every time it rains, stormwater carries a cocktail of emerging contaminants into Puget Sound, chemicals that are killing salmon and threatening the iconic southern resident orcas that depend on them for survival. The City of Tacoma, in partnership with the Washington State Department of Ecology, launched an ambitious monitoring project to understand this threat. The contaminants are relatively new to scientific attention. 6-ppd-quinone, often called 6-ppdq, a toxic chemical from tire wear that is lethal to coho salmon. PFAS, commonly known as the forever chemicals, that persist in the environment, and microplastics that accumulate through the food chain. These substances flow from roads, parking lots, and urban surfaces into storm drains, and ultimately into the Sound. Resolution 40-1463 initially authorized the project with $1.2 million, establishing 16 monitoring stations across the region. But as the work progressed, it became clear that the stakes were higher and the opportunity greater than originally anticipated. The data being collected represented the first comprehensive data set of its kind for Western Washington. Information that would be crucial not just for Tacoma, but for all municipalities holding stormwater permits across the state. In January of 2026, Resolution 40-1827 amended the agreement, extending the timeline from December of 2025 to March of 2028 and increasing the budget to $3.3 million. This extension allows environmental services to complete a full 2 years of continuous sampling, the gold standard for understanding seasonal variations and long trends in stormwater contamination. The project's impact extends far beyond Tacoma. Cities, counties, and other municipalities across Washington state that operate municipal separate storm sewer systems, known as MS4 permittees, are required under the Federal Clean Water Act to monitor and reduce pollutants in stormwater before it discharges into rivers and Puget Sound. The data from this study will help dozens of MS4 permittees throughout the region prepare for evolving compliance requirements. As regulators increasingly focus on emerging contaminants like 6-ppdq and PFAS, the findings will directly inform Tacoma's own stormwater planning strategies while creating a scientific foundation that benefits the entire state. More importantly, this research supports the protection of salmon that are central to the Pacific Northwest's ecosystem and cultural identity, and the endangered orcas whose survival hangs in the balance. What began as a monitoring project has become a critical piece of environmental stewardship, using rigorous science to confront emerging threats to some of the region's most vulnerable and valued species.